No, man, really cool. I think we probably should stop yapping. We're at 20 minutes in and we haven't shown the game yet.
Let's do
So,
it.
dude, you want to bring up the screen. Let's give people, what they
Yes.
came here for, right? They don't want to hear just me and you just talk. They want to see the game. They want to play the game. They probably want access. When will they have access? Like, I think that's the biggest question.
The game is live. It's in a. I'm actually going to share my screen right now. So let me know if you can see it.
Perfect.
There you go. Cool. So yeah, here I am playing with my dev Capito, and the game is live. Anyone can go onto the website and register and start playing. We are going to be closing it up to then iterate on the development a little bit, and then shortly after the mint, we're going to be announcing the initial beta playtests. And so this is like our transition from alpha to beta. That's what's going on right now. This is kind of the end of our alpha stage, and once we close that up, it'll just be like a few weeks, and then we'll start opening it up again for beta playing. And like, I just want to explain a little bit about what people can see here. And I just want to make sure people can see. Okay. So yeah, here is our desert arena for one of our first off-world areas. You can see this is a gecko, a galactic gecko. Some of you might recognize a pretty popular NFT. And we really try to cater to the NFT's traits to try to represent them as powers in game that make sense. So this guy has a Gibbous Blaster helmet, and he also has an electromagnetic ring armor. And so that gives him some powers that, like the Gibbous Gamble power. He flips a coin, right? If it's heads, he will deal 30 damage to a target and to himself as like a kamikaze. If it's tails, he'll just deal 60 damage to the enemy. Like, it worked out well. So in the lore of the geckos, like, this is trying to represent some of that essence. For example, this zombie snake, right? Okay, she's already died, but she had a passive ability where she would be able to be revived once. That captures the essence of the zombie. And the ninja essence is captured by the laced shuriken ability, which I'm actually going to do right now. And you can basically just whack some guy on the other side with a poison shuriken, and this guy is now poisoned. And so yeah, this game has a lot of mechanics that I think are very similar to other games, like conditions, poison, burn, paralyze, and so on, straight up from Pokemon. Other mechanics are similar from like Hearthstone as well, where the heroes have some hero powers that they can use as well. Unlike Hearthstone or any other games really, we have also a positioning mechanic of sorts where there's like a front row for melee units and a back row for ranged units. Melee units will deal damage and exchange damage to the other ones. Ranged units are just like chilling in the back. They're just peppering damage to the enemies without taking any damage back. And so there's that interesting strategy where, you might be a deck with a lot of glass cannons doing a lot of damage from the back line, but you're vulnerable because these guys are usually weaker. There's also other types of cards. There's spells and items. So I'm going to play a spell here to give my guys stealth and some extra damage that I'll be able to inflict on the enemy here. My dev really, he's been losing so many games. Like, I don't think he's won a single game. But yeah, I'm going to
Time for a new dev.
real quick. Yeah, like, he's good at programming. I don't know about the TCG, abilities. So you can see there, like, the gecko is melee, right? He exchanged damage and he was already weakened, so he died. But this guy, he's just gonna come in and give a little poison gas to this laser snake that just dies. So I'm gonna pass a turn, and hopefully my dev can play some cards here, because we have a lot more cards here to show.
So tell us, like,
go ahead,
for those that are like, tell us, for a newbie that's starting out, like, what's the ultimate deck? Like, building the deck, like, how do they get started, really, right? Like, man,
Sure.
like, future's bright. We might want to put on the right shades here,
Absolutely. Speaking of shades, the Kets, like FU shades, is going to be an item card. But anyway, yeah, there's deck building here, of course. This is like a common thing for TCGs, trading card games, to allow people to like get their card collection and make any decks they want with it. So there's going to be different strategies that you can try to make your deck more like that strategy, right? There's the aggressive strategy or aggro, where you're just trying to kill the guy like as soon as possible. Then there's the more control strategies where you'd rather sit back, let them come to you, you defend, you cast some spells to kill them, and then you just like drop some bombs on them at the end to try to win the game. And so yeah, just those two strategies alone can like already you can have a lot of strategic depth there. And then we have other like combos and kind of tribal mechanisms that will have other strategies, like it will allow for other strategies. So you can see here in the card, this is a snake and a zombie. There's going to be things that like buff snakes or buff zombies, right? So you can imagine how you can do a lot of interactions with different tribes. And the tribes just fit perfectly with all the NFT characters, right? There's so many monkeys, there's dogs, there's cats, and of course some reptiles like snakes and dinosaurs and geckos. So yeah, it's I think it's a good fit. I'm gonna do a raised zombie here because this guy is gonna create a zombie for us. And oh, there goes my turn. So you can see here the sorry.
So will there be other maps too? Like, is that something? Because I mean, like I was seeing like on another screen, you might have shown me too as well before, and I was like, whoa, this looks different. But now I'm thinking like, yeah, you got other stuff here in the treasure chest.
100%, 100%. Yeah, we're gonna have so many different themed arenas. These arenas will actually have some like cool interactive stuff too, which we're looking forward to release. And yeah, we're gonna try to represent like all of the partners who have IP in our game with their own arena, and that will obviously lend way to creating like a bigger kind of map or world for them when the adventure game mode comes out. But yeah, there's going to be like a lot of customization with cosmetics as well. So yeah, like I'm sure you can imagine the cards, there's going to be alternative art for them. There's going to be different cards cosmetics like on the card frame. There's going to be cosmetics for the players, like the heroes, and yeah, a couple of emotes as well. I don't know if you know Clash Royale. Have you played Clash Royale?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the emotes are just like all about throwing that snarky, you know, like what's the one that I like to use? It's like good luck. Yeah, good luck. You know, it's like. We're all about that snark, so we're gonna have a lot of emotes going on as well, and these will all be tradable, you know, cosmetics tokens. And then just real quick, so I can introduce the portal mechanic here. Every 5 turns, the portal turns on, and like something happens. That something can be a mercenary that pops out, like the bonk dog here, right? You can basically use mana to like buy him, or you can like kill him, and he goes right onto your field. And there's other portal effects where it'll be a little bit more geared towards what your strategy is, right? Like aggro, like it'll give all melee units plus 10 attack, you know, stuff like this. Or it'll be like connecting to a lava planet and just everyone just gets rained down with meteors, right? So the portal introduces pseudo-random mechanic. Players are going to have gate cards, which will be locations in other worlds that will have these effects. And so they can tune where the portal can go based on the gate cards that they include in their decks.